Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Waverly Sherlock High School. My name is Mr. Mugan. I'll be your science teacher today. Hey, wanted to introduce our next topic. I would really rather introduce this to you face to face and have this discussion where you could ask questions, but life's not allowing us to do that right now. So if you've got any questions or concerns, certainly feel free to email me. The concept of evolution can be confronting to some individuals, causing them to question some things they've been taught or some things that they believe. And I'd like to give you a feel for how I deal with that personally. My purpose in this, first of all, is to eliminate misinformation. So, stage 7 of this topic is all about eliminating misconceptions. Next, to present the facts. And lastly, to answer questions as best I can whenever you might have them. Theory of evolution deals with changes in the genetics of populations over time. Okay? That is its strict biological definition. Okay? While it's separated from theories of the origin of life on this planet, they're often studied at the same time. So, how does life change on this planet once it's here versus how did life originate on this planet? And while those are two separate ideas, many times they're studied at the same time. Which brings me to what helps me sleep at night. Okay? How can I be an individual who is a scientist, who's a trained biologist, who's been teaching biology for almost 30 years, and an individual that believes in a very spiritual side to this existence? How do those two things go together? And it comes down to me to the difference between believing in something versus believing that something has happened. Okay? Believing in something versus believing that something has happened. And there's a difference. This isn't just semantics. Okay? Believing in something requires a leap of faith. Okay? Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. said that faith is starting to climb a staircase even though you can't see the top of it. Okay? However, believing that requires evidence, scrutiny, discussion. It requires us to be skeptical of the things that are being presented before us. And because of that, it requires us to look closely at evidence. Now, I feel quite honestly that both of these things are looking for a certain level of truth, but one is a little bit different because it's going to require that skeptical level of scrutiny that science requires of us. For our efforts in this digital unit on evolution, we'll be focusing on believing that. Remember, my goals are to eliminate misinformation, present the facts as we know them, and to answer your questions. However, this tends to confront you. Thanks so much. I hope that helps. And certainly ask any questions that you might have.